Hey guys, good afternoon. So we had a little bit of a technical correction today, and I think it's a little bit more than a technical glitch. We hit my levels, and I'm a little bit concerned about that. We dipped below, solidly below the 6 month threes, and that, like I showed you this morning, has me concerned a great deal. um, for the market to be able to recover that ground. Once beneath the level, we're probably in for a larger downturn. And the quarterly, uh, the 6 month on the quarterly chart for NQ, the market breached it briefly, but came right back up. So we're holding the 6 month three on NQ, which is the most important. So, could we see a bifurcated market? Could we see the market separate and have ES go down for the larger flattening drop or just slow down while the NQ stays above the 6 month three close and then gain a little bit of ground to get back above the open? We want it back above 23,020 and to continue climbing higher. Um, will that happen? Am I, dreaming, that this is even a possibility at this point? The only thing that's holding, us up is, the market did not close and go below it. We dipped our toe below it, but that's okay. We haven't closed below it. So they're still holding the NQ. So we could see a little bit of a separation where the AI gets the funding, the tech companies, the Microsoft, the magnificent technology companies that are involved in AI, but the rest of the broader S&P 500, not so much, more of a consolidation as they wait to see how these tariffs play out. Honestly, when we're talking about 15%, it's going to be a nothing burger. The countries who did not participate and are going to be facing the higher fees before finding their, trade deals, um, may experience a little bit of, uncomfortable few months while those negotiations work out. But overall, I think it's going to be very beneficial for the United States. We're going to make the money, right? It's going to be, the surplus for the first time, our trade surplus will continue growing, and that boosts GDP. Income is, production to the United States. It offsets many factors that are considered when you're talking about GDP. And I'm starting to sound like word salad here, but I didn't. I was trying to income from tariffs um, are positive for GDP. Why? So the revenue increases nominal GDP. It doesn't explain why. It just, the total value of the goods and services produced at current market prices appear larger. I mean, that's sort of wacky. I just know that it does. It is complex. It will actually raise GDP, but it's the production value as well. The people are going to be bringing their manufacturing here, most of the other ones, and that's going to drive jobs and growth. So it's not just income, it's also production related. So we can expect the United States to do fine and the companies in the United States to benefit from this. It's the rest of the world that would be more of a concern. And um, that's not our numbers, right? I mean, we're not producing global GDP numbers, we're producing US GDP numbers. So I'm kind of perplexed by the sell off on that. Likewise, the dollar plummeting today off of jobs numbers that, are dubious at best. Trump actually fired that economist at the BLS um, because of the political nature of her affiliation with the Democratic Party. So to just put his own people into those offices, which is his right to do. So he feels better that the reports are going to be, legitimate, and he doesn't have to question. There's a serious amount of jobs that just disappeared from the prior two reports. Now, that could be government workers who didn't report, losing their jobs until late into the cycle. So that would cause it to be withheld so that they would have to make those changes. But bloated government payrolls coming off the report should not be of a concern to Wall Street. That in itself would seem to be, you know, boosting the dollar to get rid of that um, over, inflated government payroll. So, when have you ever heard of a company downsizing and it be negatively impacting? I mean, never. I mean, we went through the entire, GFC of downsizing, 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 and it just, the market went rally, 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 rally. So this makes no sense to me. So I think it's all tariff related. It's just, the uncertainty regarding the trade deals. Once they get the trade deals announced, it's going to straighten things out. Now, whether that allows the ES to climb back above the levels, the magic levels that we need it to be back above, it's going to be difficult. I mean, these aren't just arbitrary levels. These are long-term 6-month threes. So we're going to have very, very good news to get it back above. But since the NQ did not fall below it, my logic anyway, I'm trying to, stay positive. There is a chance that we can have a separation in those markets. There's no reason for them to be trading in lockstep anyway. That just shows you the the manipulation of the markets that they're trading in lockstep. They actually should not be. The broader market should not be trading with NQ, in my opinion, because the NQ is the one that has all the value. All right, or most of it. Okay, with that said, I'm gonna let you go. I'll get some more reports out this weekend for subscribers. If you have any questions, let me know. I did make some progress today. I think I have the templates finally worked out where the artificial intelligence bots that are helping me, with the calculations, they, if everything is not 100% in the spreadsheet, they try to help and make a placeholder value or something like that, and it will skew the report, and that can't happen. They cannot change my numbers. And so I think I've got that finally resolved. It's not like I haven't told them repeatedly in the instructions, never change the numbers. Um, it's just the way that those engines work. So now I think I do have it figured out for the correct instructions where nothing can be subject to interpretation, and it will be straight cut and dry calcs. And it worked great this afternoon when I ran the report. So I mean, it was exactly spot on for the ES, and so I'm very encouraged. I think we're going to have a dynamite report. All right, we'll talk to you soon, and I'll have some more reports coming out this weekend. I'm going to talk a little bit about that BLS situation and a few other things.